Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel Healing and Awakening with Nina Itzel, and I'm excited to share about this topic. I wanted to do this video for a long time about toxicity and disease and the connection between the two. And let's start with what are toxins just in general. So toxins are basically harmful poisonous substances that our bodies cannot eliminate, so it just builds up in our bodies. And according to some studies, an average person can store between 2 to 10 kilos of toxins and waste materials just in their colon alone. That is quite shocking, I think. So let's have a look at what are those everyday toxins that probably most people come across just in your daily life. So one of the big category would be food, and especially processed and modified food. I'm sure that a lot of you has awareness around that, and if you go to a grocery store and look at the labels, there are a lot of things on those labels, a lot of ingredients that we cannot even pronounce or understand what they are. And if you do some research on it, then it turns out that most of those ingredients, not that it's not healthy or nourishing to our body, but on the contrary, they are extremely toxic and harmful. And even though you might think that, oh, it's just a tiny quantity of toxins, so I'm not gonna get sick of that, but if you eat those processed foods on a daily basis over a duration of many years, and you add other toxins that you put in your body, then it can definitely lead to disease and sickness. So one of the big category in food is refined sugar, and lots of us are aware of how addictive sugar is. I think there was an experiment that they did, you can look it up on the internet, with it was mice or rats, I can't remember, and they basically offered them refined sugar and cocaine, pure cocaine, and the animals chose the sugar over the cocaine. So that's how addictive it is. And unfortunately, these big corporations and companies are aware of this, so they are putting a lot of sugar into all kinds of products, starting from bread to ketchup, like literally like everything. You wouldn't think that there is sugar in it, but if you look at the labels, you will find that there is added refined sugar. And this is simply because they want to create long-term customers and just really literally hook you on their products, so you will be addicted and go back and buy the same brand and the same product over and over again. Well, thankfully there is a lot of awareness around this by now, so they are disguising sugar under different names, and one of them would be corn syrup. So corn syrup is literally just another way of saying refined sugar. So just be aware of that if you're going shopping, and always look at the labels. And another trick that these companies are doing, that when they put on the labels how much added sugar it contains, they give it the grams by the portion and not by the package. And these letters are so small that most people cannot even see it, or even if you read it and you read, oh, it's just like 2 grams of sugar, and you think that it's half a kilo product and it's only 2 grams of sugar. But if you look at the label, you will see that that 2 grams is by portion, and the whole package contains like 20 portion of that. So you have to multiply that number that is displayed on the label by, you know, how many portions are in the package itself. So that's another thing to be careful about, or to watch out for, if you want to know really how much sugar and other additional ingredients there are in the product. Okay, another big category would be water, just polluted water. And here I would like to mention first fluoride. And I know that in a lot of places they still put fluoride in the drinking water. And fluoride, if you look it up, it's literally a neurotoxin. It's a highly toxic substance, and it's been long used as in pesticides and rodenticides to kill pests like rats and insects. So it is used in various ways in the industry. So it's definitely not something that you should consume or put into your water. And on top of that, you know, bottled water that you buy in the store can contain various just toxic materials. And again, if you do some research on the internet, some independent companies took a bunch of different products of bottled water and they examined it, and you can find out what kind of toxic ingredients they have in this water. And it's very unfortunate that this is happening, but you have to be aware of that and make better choices. And on top of that, you know, you are not just buying water that is not good for you, but also you are creating a huge amount of plastic waste. And that's, you know, a topic maybe of another video, the plastic pollution that we are dealing with as a collective humanity right now. So one of the best way is to drink clean spring water. If you have spring water in your area where you can go and get spring water, that would be the most healthy water that you can get. And if you live in an area where the water quality is very, very bad, then you can just find very good quality water filters that you can install in your house. And there are even filters that work on a molecular level and filter out antibiotics and bacteria and all kinds of nasty stuff. Okay, so the next one is mainly for women, but also men are, I think, indicated in that. And this is a huge category of beauty products. So products that you are putting on your body, like makeup, but also like lotions, soap, so on and so forth, that you use on a daily basis, shampoo, conditioner. All these things are loaded with toxic materials, so watch out for that. And you wouldn't think, you know, how much toxins you absorb by putting these products on your skin on a daily basis. Next to the beauty products, another big category would be household cleaning products and cleaning materials. So that's also just, if you look at the labels and do some research, you can find that there are a huge amount of toxic products in this. So for example, if you're using washing up liquid that is full of toxins, the residue will stay on your plate or in your cups or glasses, and then when you eat out of them, you will consume that residue. And not talking about that when you are using these products, you are contaminating the earth as you're, you know, flushing these down in the drain, and that water goes back to the earth in most cases. Another big category would be electromagnetic radiation. So this is, you know, today we have all kinds of electric devices. We have mobile phone, we have computers, TVs, stereo systems, air conditioning, so on and so forth. So all these electronic devices give out electromagnetic radiation, or EMF. And again, I don't want to go too deeply into it, but if you do your research, you will find that this is affecting your health, and there are scientific proof that it's not good for us. So that's another thing that most people don't think about, that we live in this environment when we are surrounded by electromagnetic radiation, and that affects our health as well. And on top of that is air pollution, could be another category that is significant depending on where you live, of course, but even in the most pristine environment would be some form of air pollution. And of course, if you live in a city, in a big city, or in an industrial area, this can be just multiple times worse than, you know, in a rural area. And obviously we breathe air every day, so that goes into your lungs, goes into your body, and affecting your health as well. Fluoride with the water, that would be something that I would like to point out here, because even today a lot of places, in the water treatment facilities, they put fluoride in the drinking water, which is obviously proven a long time now that it's a very toxic material. It's a neurotoxin, and it is used, by the way, in rodenticides and pesticides to kill pests and rats. So that's something definitely you don't want to put into your own body. And if you have any chance, if you live in an area where you have access to clean spring water, that would be one of the best options for you. So as you can see, I just wanted to make a little video about how much toxins we are interacting with and consuming and putting on our bodies or breathing in every day on a daily basis. And I think that this can be overwhelming if you hear it the first time, but there is a solution, and let's see what you can do and some tips that you can do to improve your health and to reduce the toxicity in your life in general. So first and foremost, just use natural products, so natural beauty products, natural household products. So if you can just go step by step and switch your products. So the next time you go shopping, you can choose a product that is biodegradable and that is all natural, and it doesn't contain toxins or strong chemicals that can harm your health. Eat organic food and natural fresh food from the area where you are living mostly, and also to do a yearly fast, so a juice fast or a water fast once a year for a week. That is like very, very beneficial to keep your immune system strong, to keep yourself healthy. And if you think about that, you clean your house all the time, you clean your car, you clean the outside of your body, but most people never clean the inside of the body. So that's something to think about, and maybe you want to introduce this yearly practice of fasting into your life, which will be making a very big difference in your life. Drinking pure water, so as I mentioned, spring water. If you live in an area when you don't have access to good quality clean water, then you can invest into a water filter that filters out even like antibiotics and other chemicals, and this will be definitely one of the best investment in your life, because about 70% of our bodies is water. So you can imagine that we are consuming a lot of water, and very important that we are consuming pure and clean water to keep our body healthy and our immune system strong. Breathing clear air, so it's another thing. If you are in an area where you use air conditioning and you are inside all the time breathing air conditioned air, or if you live in an industrial area, maybe you want to install an air filter in your house and just go outside and go to nature and make sure that you have plenty of fresh air and sunlight. With electromagnetic radiation, something that you can do is to unplug your devices when you are not using them, because even if the device is turned off but it's plugged into electricity, it still has a level of electromagnetic radiation. So you can have these like extension cords which has like a little switch on it, so you can plug everything in, and for example when you go to bed at night, you can just switch everything off and then unplug them, and that's an easy way to do it, and you will save on your electricity bill as well. And then on your devices, you can buy very easily today little stickers or little products that will block electromagnetic radiation, and you can stick it on your mobile phone, on your computer, so on and so forth, on the router that you have in your house, so that will help with the electromagnetic radiation. And then orgonites are one of the best way to block electromagnetic radiation, and it's fun to make them. You can make your own orgonite, so that's something that you might want to try to do and enjoy in your house. So I hope that this was helpful to you, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful and beautiful magical day. Lots of love.